There are like two forces within us. We say body and soul. The routines that are necessary are not just the routines of proper hygiene, exercising, good diet, and properly taking care of your body. That goes without saying, but it's more than that. The routines also include making sure your body is aligned with your soul's mission.
How important is daily routine? How important is routine in general? Today, I sit down with Rabbi Simon Jacobson and talk exactly that. Today's video was made possible at Mulliganbrothers.com with the link in the description. You can get ready for 2024 with these two amazing products. The Memento Mori posters that remind you you're going to die, now on sale. And also the Not a Journal Success Journal. The Success Journal that actually makes stuff happen in your life is also available on sale with the link in the description. So get ready for 2024. Get those gifts for friends with the link in the description now. But before that, how important is routine? How do you build a great daily routine? Listen through to the end of this video with Rabbi Simon Jacobson to figure out exactly that.
To speak of the physical body, the way we look after it, we see routines. We speak about morning routines, not just for physical health though as well. That can be mental, it can be meditation, and it can involve work and study. But I'd love to know your thoughts on routine and if you have one yourself.
I want to just add something that I think will help understand the routines. So, in effect, it's important to understand that there are like two forces within us. We say body and soul. So there's the physical body, as I mentioned, vehicle, and the soul, the spirit within it. But there's something more to it. Body also represents bodily needs and bodily desires. So in a way, you could say every one of us is always battling between two voices. The voice of the body, which says, serve me, I have needs, I have desires, I have pleasures. And the voice of the soul, which is more a transcendent soul. The voice of transcendence. Why are we here? What's the purpose of life? So when you eat a meal, on a very basic level, you could eat a meal in several ways. You could say, hey, I'm hungry, I need fuel, and just indulge. Or you could eat the meal and say, this food that I'm eating, I'm elevating and refining, because the energy, as it will turn into my blood, flesh and blood, the energy I will use for constructive purposes and make the world a better place. So you see, so you could also elevate the physical body towards spiritual ends. Or you can just indulge and just be selfish about it. And there's an interesting statement that says that when a wicked person walks on the street, the cobblestones cry out, what right do you have to walk on me? We've never transgressed, we've never hurt anyone. What right do you, a person who's hurt other people, walking on me? So when you look at an apple on a tree, and you rip the apple off the tree, the apple can say to you, how are you going to eat me? Meaning, how are you going to use me? If you use my energy to help other people, then you've elevated me, because I couldn't do that on the tree. But if you've used their energy to hurt other people, then you've desecrated me. Might as well leave me on the tree. So in a sense, how we interact with the material world, our bodies interact with the material world, are part of our choices and our spiritual journey. So essentially, the routines that are necessary are not just the routines of proper hygiene, exercising, good diet, and properly taking care of your body. That goes without saying, cleanliness and all that comes with that. But it's more than that. The routines also include making sure your body is aligned with your soul's mission. So, talk about myself, for example, a routine which goes back, this is a tradition that goes back thousands of years, that as soon as you wake in the morning, before you do anything else, you voice of gratitude. Thank you for returning my soul to me. It's an actual prayer, a meditation, a chant. Thank you for returning my soul to me. So the body, your mouth, is actually articulating those words. What are you doing? You're saying, I'm not just here, I don't take my life for granted. I was granted another day. I woke up, so I have to use the opportunities to somewhat spiritualize and refine the world around me. And you begin that day. So both body and soul are communicating with each other. If you don't do that, what happens is, okay, your body's hungry, or it's tired, or wants to do some business, and your soul somewhat is going off on its own agenda, or it's just silenced. In a way, that's the first routine that aligns body and soul toward this mission. And you need both. And then there are certain prayers that you say. We also wash our hands. That's a custom in the morning. And then there's certain prayers. In other words, you don't just jump into the business day. You go in well prepared. You go in just like you see athletes or you see people in many situations, they first do warm-ups. So prayer and study are ways that you begin to acclimate yourself before you enter into we'll call the battles of life. So I like to call it immersing your soul in a spiritual spa. SPA being an acronym for study, prayer, action. It's 3 routines, and one is cognitive, second is emotional, and the third is behavioral conditioning. Putting your head in the right place. Meaning before you read the news and you read any updates, put your head, read something spiritual, something that puts that focus on the deeper purpose of your life. Read Toward a Meaningful Life, read Man in Search of Meaning, or any books like that, of that nature. Even a small little section. So it gets your mind in the right place. It's like a cleanser. Your mind is like focusing on transcendent values. The second is prayer, which is emotional. A poem, a song, anything that emotionally gets you into a very pure and sacred place. Because our emotions are going to be stimulated throughout the day in many ways, but you want to enter the day with that power. And finally, behavioral. Put a little money in a charity box, or give something to someone that you meet, or share a kind word with someone. So when you take your cognitive, your emotional, and your behavioral faculties and align them, that is the routines that help your body and soul work together toward the higher purpose and meaning of life.
There you go. That is how Rabbi Simon Jacobson would articulate this. For me, I need routine. I have to have routine. And unfortunately, we fly all around the world to go film these documentaries and these projects. It's almost impossible for me to figure out a daily routine at the moment, because I'll fly to America, or I'll fly to the East Coast or the West Coast, or I'll fly to Europe, or I'll fly to Asia, or I'll stay in the UK. And like every single week it changes where I am, that I struggle to put in daily routines. However, there are things that you can do every single day that help build that routine, and that's how I do it. I exercise, I go to the gym, I have a very strict diet regime, things like that. Reading, I write every day, I make sure I hit my supplementations every single day. Like all these things for me build my daily routine. And it's about having these elements and making sure that you stay faithful to them and that you keep discipline and do them, in my opinion. That's how I like to see it. If you want to hear more from Rabbi Simon Jacobson, make sure you hit the subscription button and the notification bell, because we have a ton more videos coming. We have people like Shiheng Yi coming back on the channel. We have some Tulam content coming on the channel. I've got 12 new interviews coming on the channel. I can't even think. There's a ton new interviews coming. So hit the notification bell, hit the subscription button, go follow us on Spotify. And remember guys, there is a sale on at Mulliganbrothers.com to help you get ready for 2024 right now. The Memento Mori posters that remind you that you one day will in fact die, is linked down below. This men's success journal, the success journal that actually makes stuff happen in your life, an actual practical success journal to lead to success, is also on sale with the link in the description, where all the support from the website, whether it's from the hoodies and t-shirts as well, it goes back into making this happen. That's how we get around the world. So thank you to everyone who supported us. Have a blessed and productive day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.